40 million midfielder Ardon Jashari rejects Chelsea, eyes AC Milan transfer. Imagine this. A 40 million euro midfielder turns down Chelsea, one of the biggest clubs in Europe, to chase his dream of playing for AC Milan. But here's where it gets controversial. Why would a player of his caliber choose a move to a club that isn't traditionally seen as a top destination for top talent? Chelsea has been on a tear, snapping up some of the brightest young stars from across Europe and the world. Just recently, they sealed a deal for Jurel Haddo, the 19-year-old sensation from Ajax, in a move reportedly worth over 40 million euro. Haddo is set to bolster Chelsea's defense, capable of playing at both left-back and center-back. Now, the spotlight shifts to another young player, Ardon Jashari, a midfielder from Club Brugge. Despite his breakout season with the Belgian club, which caught the attention of Chelsea, Jashari has made a surprising decision. According to reports by Sasha Tavalieri, Chelsea was preparing to make an offer to Club Brugge, while Bayer Leverkusen was also interested, looking to replace Granit Xhaka. However, Jashari's heart lies with AC Milan. The question on everyone's lips is, why AC Milan? It's believed that Club Brugge is seeking a transfer fee in the neighborhood of 40 million euros for Jashari, a hefty sum that might be a stretch for AC Milan. For context, Jashari joined Club Brugge last summer for around 6 million euros. As for Chelsea, fitting Jashari into their squad might have been challenging. They already boast a plethora of midfield options. However, there are some gaps to consider. Romeo Lavia has been plagued by injuries, and Moises Caicedo barely had a break last season, often playing through minor injuries. Adding another midfielder could have provided some much-needed depth. Despite the potential benefits, Jashari's decision to pursue a move to AC Milan shows his commitment to his career goals. We can only hope that his choice leads to the success he desires. And this is the part most people miss. What does this decision say about the player's long-term vision and the clubs he chooses to align with? What do you think? Should Chelsea have pursued Jashari more aggressively? Or was his decision to go to AC Milan a smart move? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Milan directors to decide on Ardon Jashari transfer after successful summer tour. A player desperate to join, a club that's offered a king's ransom, and a deal that is somehow still on the verge of collapse. This is the high-stakes transfer drama AC Milan's leadership must now resolve. Fresh off a successful preseason tour across Asia and Australia, you might think the AC Milan hierarchy would be taking a well-deserved break. But for key figures like Massimiliano Allegri, Iglitare, and Giorgio Furlani, the real work is just beginning. As they touch down back in Italy, there's no time for rest. Instead, they are set to convene for a crucial summit to decide the fate of their pursuit of top midfield target, Ardon Jashari. The situation has been building for weeks. Jashari, the talented Club Brugge and Switzerland international midfielder, has made his intentions crystal clear. His heart is set on a move to Milan, and he isn't interested in entertaining any other offers this summer. In a show of good faith, Chelsea versus AC Milan, Bayer Leverkusen, battle for midfield star Ardon Jashari, BlueCo upgrade. Get ready, because the transfer window isn't finished surprising Chelsea fans just yet. Although Chelsea has been busy bringing in new talent, and many supporters might assume the squad is complete for the summer, the truth is anything but simple. Under the current ownership, Chelsea has flipped the old script. The concept of finalizing signings and focusing solely on outgoing players just doesn't apply anymore. The club now values agility and opportunity over sticking with a settled group, meaning any position could still see a shock upgrade or a strategic sale, even if it looks well covered. That's the twist most people overlook. Just because you think Chelsea doesn't need another midfielder doesn't mean the club agrees. Last summer's blockbuster move for João Felix, despite his mixed success, proved Chelsea's willingness to invest in almost anyone, and remarkably, they turned even that uncertain deal into a tidy profit. It leaves fans and pundits alike wondering if there's ever a time when the transfer business is truly complete. But here's where things get especially interesting. The relationship between Chelsea and their affiliate club, Strasbourg, has added a new layer to transfer activity. Now, any player linked with Chelsea could just as likely be destined for Strasbourg, serving as a development move or a long-term investment. Even though Chelsea's available loan slots for the season are already claimed, player movement between the two clubs can still happen in creative ways. Remember last January, when our expectations were upended by moves crossing the channel? Recently, attention has turned toward Ardon Jashari, a talented 22-year-old midfielder who plays for Club Brugge. Journalist Sasha Tavaleri reports that both Chelsea and Bayer Leverkusen have their eyes on this Swiss prospect. On the surface, Jashari might appear to have little room in an already crowded Chelsea midfield. However, for a Strasbourg side aiming to boost its lineup ahead of a potential UEFA Conference League campaign, he could be an ideal fit. Some may wonder if Jashari would view a switch to France's Ligue 1 as a lateral move, but it's worth considering how the league has helped similar players like Mike Penders thrive after leaving Belgium's competition. Even so, don't be surprised if AC Milan edges ahead in pursuit of Jashari, as the player himself seems eager to depart Brugge. But, and this is the part most fans miss, if Club Brugge holds firm and resists selling to Milan, Chelsea could step in swiftly, possibly when the January transfer window opens. This would allow them to purchase Jashari, rework their loan strategy, and further strengthen Strasbourg, or even sign him outright for their French side. What do you think about Chelsea's restless approach to the transfer market? Does the constant churn of players keep the squad strong and future-focused, or does it undermine stability and team chemistry? And should young prospects like Jashari accept moves to affiliated clubs as building blocks for their careers, or hold out for a more assured spot at a footballing giant? Share your thoughts. Do you agree with Chelsea's fluid transfer policy, or would you prefer a return to more traditional methods? Let's hear your take.